everyone. I'm so excited to finally sit down and to talk about my 2022 favorite skincare product. It took me a long time to put this video together because I try out so many products, so I want to jump right into the video and get started with first cleansers. I have three things that I loved using as a first cleanser this year, and for this video I really tried to think about my most used and most reached for products, not necessarily things that were new in 2022. So things that have really stood the test of time, but also to see what new launches have kind of replaced products in my routine. So first up, this will come as no surprise to anyone, I love the Bioderma Sensibio. This was in my top 5 most repurchased product video, and it's just such a classic, perfect for everyone makeup remover, and yeah, it's so reliable. And another one that I really have been loving, I fell in love with this actually at the end of 2021 when I finally tried it. I love that they have a big size and a small size. This is the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. This is amazing if you work it into your makeup and dry skin and then rinse. It fully removes everything. It comes in a smaller size that you can take with you to travel. I love that it's in a squeezy flip cap tube. It's just easy to handle with one hand, but also love that I can have a big size in my shower at home. It's also a really great second cleanse if you're more dry and your skin is more prone to just like dehydration in the winter. It's a really great cleanser that works to remove makeup, but also could work as a second cleanse. The third product that I have, I actually just finished and don't have on hand, is the Naturium Purple Ginseng Balm Cleanser, and it's easily become my favorite balm cleanser since it launched. Again, I'm trying to think, did it launch this year or last year? I can't remember, but since then, for the price, it's incredible. It has no fragrance, so it can really work for all skin types. And it's just all around like has that beautiful sorbet texture. It's really similar to Pharmacy in texture, but it just, a little goes a long way, and it doesn't leave like a film or any weird feeling on my skin. It doesn't burn my eyes, and the price per ounce just cannot be beat. It's such a classic. Alright, so when it comes to second cleansers, Jordan Samuel Skin, again, this product, the Matinee Gel Cleanser, showed up on my top 5 most repurchased products, and it's still remained one of my most used cleansers. It's just the perfect gel cleanser. It has antioxidants, it has gentle surfactants to really cleanse but never strip the skin, and it also has a little bit of salicylic acid, so if you're acne prone like me, it just helps to keep your skin really clear, but it's not stripping, so even my friends with dry skin love this. And then I also fell in love with his cream cleanser this year, and again, this was like within the last 2 months. This has blown me away. I just love this. It has like a really cloud cushiony texture, and it just feels beautiful on the skin, but it also really balances the skin because it has some silt in it. And so if you again are more combination or oily or acne prone, this is still going to work for you while not stripping your barrier. It's really important for me to use pH balanced cleansers in my routine because it really helps to keep my barrier strong and then acne free. So again, these two are my most reached for. I do have to give an honorable mention to two that I also love and keep in my routine, and that is the Naturium Multi-Calm. Their sensitive skin line is a fantastic and one of my favorite launches of 2022. I love the entire line, but this is a great cream cleanser, and again, it's very affordable. And on the pricier side, this is the Amoravizza Cleansing Foam. This fully removes makeup. It smells like neroli. Again, it's like this beautiful lush cream that foams and really makes your skin feel clean, and it's just a beautiful experience to use. And this again is pH balanced, so my skin feels really nice and hydrated and nourished after I finish using this one. It's definitely a splurge, but I had to mention it because I could not stop reaching for it this year. And this was a 2022 discovery. And again, these were 2 new ones, but oh man, Jordan can make a cleanser. Okay, so when it comes to toners, essences, mists, I picked out 3 products, and I think again this one will come as no surprise. This is my most repurchased essence. It's the Make Microferment Rice Essence. It just has the most beautiful milky lightweight texture. I can layer 1 or 3 or 7 layers of this on my skin and it just soaks it right up. And beautiful packaging, great pricing. I love the ingredients. It's just all around the best. Makes skincare made it to the top of my favorites last year in so many different categories, and this one has really stayed true. And I feel like the other cleanser I had just repurchased, so that one should also be an honorable mention for a second cleanse, the Succulent Skin Gel Wash. But man, I cannot stop recommending this, and everyone that I've recommended this to loves this essence, and I think you should try it. I feel like I have to mention the Peach and Lily Lazy Day All-in-One Moisture Pads. These are essentially a toner and essence and serum in one. I like to use it actually as a morning cleanse. So there are pads in here and you can actually cut them in half. They're so saturated. They're 60, so you could get about 120 days worth of a morning cleanse. I don't like to use a traditional cleanser in the morning, so I really like that I can wipe this down. It has extra antioxidants, brightening ingredients. It's really hydrating, so it feels like you've cleansed and already applied a toner or an essence. And again, those extra antioxidants are going to provide even more protection from free radicals, and you could potentially even skip vitamin C if you wanted to. So again, this would be a great skincare product for like a teen, or just to have around when you're having a really low energy day and reaching for this. You can apply this and then you can apply a moisturizing SPF over it, and then your routine's done. You know, it's just such a great thing to have in anyone's routine. Also great like post gym. So good. I also have to talk about the Glass Skin Veil Mist. This has no scent. It has just the most fine mist. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's great over makeup. It's great between skincare steps. And the reason why you want to keep your skin hydrated between skincare steps is because you essentially, once you're applying your moisturizer, it's going to keep that level of hydration that you have on your skin. A lot of moisturizers don't add moisture to the skin unless they're very humectant heavy, and even then you might need something heavier to kind of like seal in that hydration to prevent transepidermal water loss. I love this. If I've waited too long between skincare steps, or I have a toddler and I'm distracted, I can just rehydrate my skin with this, and it gives a beautiful glow over makeup. It's just a really fantastic mist, and it's definitely been one of my most reached for in 2022. So now I want to talk about a vitamin C serum, and I actually did narrow this down to one because there's been one that's kind of really blown me away this year, even though there's so many vitamin C serums I enjoy. And I think the CC Me serum by Summer Fridays was my favorite last year, and I still think that product is fantastic, and I still love the Naturium Vitamin C Complex Serum. The reason that I love this, not only is the packaging incredible and it really locks shut so you know that your vitamin C is staying fresh, it's a very sensitive skin friendly. So this is 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a derivative, and it's known to be quite gentle on the skin. So again, a lot of my very sensitive clients or followers have loved this and said that they've never been able to use the vitamin C serum before, but this one worked for them. It also has squalane, it also has colloidal oatmeal and camellia extract, licorice root extract, lots of glycerin. It's really hydrating. It doubles as a hydrating serum, and it just has all of these other amazing brightening ingredients that are also calming and soothing. And again, this totally is a standout product to me of 2022, and I definitely see myself repurchasing. This is also 1.7 ounces, and I feel like people think the price, they're like, oh, it's in the $50 range, and most vitamin C serums are more expensive than that, and they're only 1 ounce. So for price per ounce, this is fantastic. So now I want to talk about retinoids, or vitamin A, and obviously you guys know that I've been using Tazorac for many years now, so that is my main form of retinoid. It is a prescription, but I do like to rotate my Tazorac with a retinaldehyde, and last year the Sashi Skin Ursolic Acid and Retinol Overnight Reform was my top favorite, and it's still a favorite this year. But I have to talk about the Naturium Retinaldehyde Cream 0.05%. This also has oligopeptide, and it's in a microsphere delivered system, so like the micro sponge technology that basically delivers it but in a much more gentle way. And this is definitely more heavy duty than this, but this is still quite heavy duty. Again, don't skip to these if you haven't tried a retinol with an O yet. These are definitely like, you know, just below prescription level, but I love that Naturium came out with something that was under $30, is cosmetically elegant and enjoyable to use, and the packaging is incredible. So this product, I feel like Naturium this was the year of Naturium for me, truly. They just blew me out of the water, but I just want to let you know that I still have both on rotation, and I rotate both with Tazarac, and they're both fantastic. I want to talk about hydrating and barrier strengthening skincare, and I have to talk about Merit's Great Skin Serum. This is a beautiful emulsion that is, you know, a water-based serum mixed with some emollients that feel like oils on the skin, but when you mix it, you combine the two formulas. There's also a little bit of antioxidants in there. This kind of works for my combination skin as a moisturizer step in my routine, but also the emollients in there really help to lock in the water and the hydration, so you have all day hydration. This is going to work so well for so many people, and I'm really excited to see what Merit continues to do with skincare in the new year, because if this was their first foray into skincare, I'm so excited to see what else they come out with. And I know a lot of skincare folks who feel like maybe, okay, this isn't the most groundbreaking thing, but for the average person, this kind of combines a couple different steps and just, again, a great hydrating serum that could also double as a moisturizer or a facial oil for people. So love this, and I just love the way this looks under makeup. And again, it doesn't have to be my last step. It still looks amazing under makeup as a serum step. So really, really beautiful. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see what Merit does in 2023. Next up, I feel like I have to talk about Dew Deliverance. This is just a really fantastic barrier strengthening serum that also helps a little bit with fine lines and wrinkles. It has antioxidant protection. It has some peptides. It's all around just like a great serum, and pairs perfectly with retinoids and chemical exfoliants because, you know, it's pretty gentle, but it also just, again, because it's helping to strengthen the barrier, it pairs really well with more harsh ingredients or serums in your routine. So really, really love this one, and I think I went through several bottles just this year, and I definitely see it being a repurchase for me. And new this year is Sashi Skin's Pro Resilience Serum. This is loaded with antioxidants, peptides, super hydrating. It has a ton of different hydrators. It's really just a beautiful barrier supporting hydrating serum that has some anti-aging benefits, and the texture is incredible. And this immediately soothed my skin when I was having a major barrier issue, and this is so fantastic, and I definitely see myself also repurchasing this one when I run out next year. So next up for serums, I want to talk about pigmentation correctors. So these products are favorites again in 2022, and one of the big reasons that is that both of these are incredibly gentle, and for a pigmentation serum to really put in work, I want to be able to use it AM and PM, and it needs to go seamlessly with the rest of my routine without causing any issues or irritation, or I'm just not going to reach for it. And so I love Trifala because it has, you know, a really, really fantastic brightening and reparative complex. This is a fantastic option for people who can't tolerate vitamin C as well, because again, you're going to get the brightening and antioxidant protection from this without having to use a vitamin C derivative. This also doesn't have any retinoids, it doesn't have hydroquinone, it doesn't have any exfoliants, no AHAs or BHAs again, so you're not going to get any irritation. I can use this AM and PM, no problem. Same with night shift, although I do prefer to use this overnight because it's really hydrating and works really well as like a moisturizer. Sometimes during the day I can feel like I'm overdoing it a little bit if I use this also in the morning. But again, I feel like this is so powerful, you almost don't even need to use it in the morning as well. So I'm going to talk about a spot treatment, and this has been my go-to spot treatment, and I've tried a lot of spot treatments. Every new release I get sent all of the spot treatments, and I keep trying them, but truly nothing compares to the La Roche-Posay Effaclear Duo. This is their dual action acne treatment. It has 5.5% benzoyl peroxide, which is going to help kill that acne causing bacteria. It also has lactic acid to gently resurface. You can use all over, you know, if you have acne as an all over treatment. But I really like to target pimples, especially ones that are inflammatory. So they're not necessarily come to a head, but are, you know, the red pustules and papules that, you know, never really come to a head. They're just like red and sore and irritated. This just really helps shrink things down and dry it out, but this is extremely potent. So if I use this, I have to take a few days off and focus on barrier repair to get my barrier to a strong place so I don't do more damage. So you have to definitely use this one with caution, but it still is so incredible, and I haven't really been able to find anything else that is as effective as the spot treatment. So let's talk about eye creams. So first up, for my favorite morning eye cream, I've been loving the Performance Eye Gel by Jordan Samuel Skin. So this has green tea, caffeine, peptides, and golden chamomile to help hydrate, and it essentially is going to depuff. It feels cooling and soothing. It looks beautiful under makeup. This is great with reusable masks. It's just truly one of my absolute favorite humectant rich. It's one of my absolute favorite humectant heavy eye creams, and I really love like a gel serum texture in the morning. And sometimes I will, you know, seal this in with like a little bit of a moisturizer on top. But I just use, you know, whatever I'm using that day. I don't really need a separate eye cream just to kind of seal in that hydration. But this is fantastic, and he gives you 1 full ounce, and most eye creams are half of an ounce. So it's $38 for 1 full ounce. So that's double for pretty much similar price to what you would get out there on the market. My other favorite has been by Amore Vita. It is their Gold Eye Lift, and I was just introduced to this by the brand, I want to say October, but I'm obsessed. I've fully dived deep into their Gold Rescue line, and I feel like you're going to hear more about this line from me in 2023, but I can't get enough of this eye cream. It's a thick, rich texture, so it's a little bit different, but it's not super rich. It has never given me milia or anything. You know, it's lightweight, but it almost has this whipped texture that just melts into the skin. But the reason I love it the most, besides the packaging is incredible, the experience is incredible, but the ingredients, it has vitamin A, so you got your retinoid in there. It has your vitamin C, so you're getting some brightening. But the thing that the Gold line has is also colloidal gold. Colloidal gold in the skin delivers nutrients and oxygen to injured cells, which helps speed up the skin's healing and recovery process. So this is fantastic if you have a damaged barrier or you live in a cold or harsh climate. And my eyes are extremely sensitive. If you've been following me on Instagram a while, you know that I really struggle with using any eye creams or retinoids within the orbital area. I really have to stay outside of my orbital bone to not get eye dryness and irritation. But I've been using this one now for a couple months and I have no irritation. I feel like my eye area has been so hydrated and happy and brightened. Texture, experience, ingredients, results, everything are just really, really fantastic. And if it's in your price point, definitely check it out. Let's get into moisturizers. And I'm a bit of a moisturizer junkie, and I didn't used to be like this, but I feel like this was the year that I just really got into moisturizers, and I loved having all different ones on rotation. And I also moved from Dallas to Connecticut, and with, you know, the season and climate changes, I've just been using a lot more of different kinds of moisturizers this year. So I want to first talk about some of my favorite daytime moisturizers, and I fell in love with Naturium Skin Soothing Recovery Lotion. This is fantastic even if you don't have sensitized skin or sensitive skin. It has marshmallow root, arnica, beta-glucan, and aloe. It has a really beautiful, lightweight kind of finish to it. So it has like a satin matte finish. So it's fantastic if you want something that's not super dewy on the skin. I'll show you here. It's just really lightweight and beautiful and soothing, and when I am having barrier issues, this is a fantastic daytime option that I have reached for a ton this year. I just love all the soothing and calming ingredients, and I also loved the marshmallow balm, and that was definitely a skincare favorite, but I have two other balms, a few others that I really, really loved this year. So I would say that the Marshmallow Balm, the nighttime version of this, is definitely a honorable mention that I won't talk about here, but just know that I really, really loved it and I recommend it to a lot of people. So the other daytime option that I love, I mean, this is great morning or night, but especially in the fall and winter, I've been loving the Phytosurgeons Verdant Force Field. Again, this isn't new in 2022. I've been using it since they sent it to me, I want to say in either 2020 or 2021, but I just purchased a new bottle because I had finished the prior one. This has the most beautiful bouncy texture, and again, it's one of those moisturizers that transcends skin types that people love. You know, really just depending on the season. It's one of those moisturizers that's really stretchy, where if you're more oily, you can use a little bit and, you know, still cover your whole face. Or if you're more dry, you can really slather it on and you'll get, you know, it never makes you oily or anything. It's just like beautiful, hydrated, bouncy skin. And people love this under makeup, and I have to agree, it's fantastic. So this also has green tea, licorice root, centella, and again, those are like calming, brightening, antioxidants. It also has PHAs, which is going to gently exfoliate and hydrate the skin. Allantoin and panthenol are, again, really calming and soothing ingredients. And so this is stacked, and I think the price is fantastic as well. Love Phytosurgeons, and yeah, I will forever keep buying this moisturizer. Another one that I loved is Dew Instant Angel. This is a lipid rich moisturizer, and this is similar to the Phytosurgeons in the sense that you can apply one layer of this if you're more combination or oily, but if you're dry, you can apply 3-4 layers and really build this up, and it will feel like a, you know, a thick layer of moisturizer on your skin. So I love moisturizers like this because they're just so versatile for the different times of year. You know, this is something that I'll use during the day. I'll use like one layer, but at night in the winter, I can apply 4 layers of this and my skin feels amazing in the morning. So they knocked it out of the park with this one, and I'm definitely going to be buying the jumbo size and probably another of the smaller one because it's great to travel with. I just love this moisturizer. It just feels like so thin and lightweight too. It never makes my skin feel oily. Again, it delivers intense hydration and nourishment, you know, over the long haul, all day long. Like everyone and their mom this year heard me talk about U Beauty's Super Hydrator. Some places it's called the Smart Hydrator. Some people call it the Super Smart Hydrator, but it's in this like grayish bottle, and I have a travel size of it because I love to travel with it. And this really was my favorite for all year long. For, again, for daytime, this feels like an emulsion. I'll show you. It's a really lightweight, but again, all day hydration, and it layers at night really well under a heavier moisturizer. Again, all night hydration. It's really milky and lightweight, beautiful under makeup. It gives the most beautiful glow on the skin. It has hydrators, it has some oils that again give it that like emulsion-y kind of feel. And it also has like vitamin A, vitamin C. It has some gentle exfoliation in it. So it has a pretty stacked ingredients list. So that's where you get the price, which is very pricey. But I'm telling you, I've been using this nonstop day and night since Make launched this a week ago, and I have a very strong feeling that this is going to replace that moisturizer in my life because, again, I want to show you the texture. They're almost identical in feel on the skin, texture on the hand, then on the skin. I did a split face comparison of them last week. They looked exactly the same. They felt exactly the same. I had, again, the long hydration. So while the Make doesn't have quite all of the same things that the U Beauty does, the price difference is insane. This is $168 for 1.7 ounces, and the Make is $36 for 1.7 ounces. So the price difference is huge, and the idea behind them is pretty much the same in terms of providing that really lightweight hydration that lasts all day long. And like I said, they feel and look identical. And I already have vitamin C and vitamin A and those other awesome ingredients in my routine. So I just really want something that's going to really hydrate my skin, especially in the middle of winter. And again, during the day, I can use this as my moisturizer. At night, I can use this as my hydrating step and apply something heavier over it. So again, if you're dry, you can use this as like a really intense hydrating step. Use a heavier moisturizer or balm over it. It is fantastic, and I will keep you posted, but yeah, I think this one I already knocked it out of the park for the year, even though, you know, I've been using it a week. I'm pretty blown away. So Make really did that. Going to jump into Balms quickly. I also talked about May Lindstrom Blue Cocoon. Again, this is a favorite and a newish jar that I just opened. I actually have a mini that I've been using. I just love this balm. It's super calming and soothing because of that blue tansy, and a little goes a long way. I apply it onto damp skin and really provides that extra nourishment and calming and soothing to the skin. Such a fantastic balm, and definitely a favorite of mine year over year over year. Again, it was in my top 5 most repurchased products and can't live without it. And I also want to talk about the Tatcha Indigo, which this is my favorite product of Tatcha's still. It's so beautiful, and I'm on my like 3rd jar and I'm kind of reaching the bottom there, but it's such a beautiful, nourishing moisturizer that it's really unique in its texture, because you look at this and you're like, okay, this looks like a gel cream. How can this be really nourishing? But when you feel it, it has a tacky, almost balm-like feeling that confuses a lot of people, but it really does seal things in overnight, and it visibly reduces redness and really calms the skin. It has no fragrance. It's great for all skin types. Again, also want to say that Make stuff, the Naturium, I feel like none of my moisturizers have fragrance, literally none of them. So they're all great for sensitive skin. And this one is absolutely beautiful. And a lot of people ask me, you know, whether the Naturium is a good alternative to this. I do feel like this reduces redness and calms the skin faster than the Marshmallow Balm by Naturium, but that's still a fantastic product if this isn't in your price point. Speaking of price point, again, we're back to the Gold Rescue Cream. This is a thick, thick, thick balm. You need a very little amount, and this really heals my skin within hours. If I had a barrier issue, had a huge rash from something that I tried and it destroyed my barrier, this, I feel immediate relief within hours. And so it's almost like as you go up in price, you go up in like the speed of healing, because I really feel like this is like a step up from the Tatcha, which is a step up from the Naturium, which again, they're all fantastic products, and I love having different options at different price points. But this, for me, the price hurts, but if you can get it or 20 or 25% off, and even try a mini, because the mini size, the travel size that I had, lasted me months. This is just such a fantastic cream. It's so thick. I mean, I want to show you guys like how thick this is. I need so little, and I've been using it every night for the last like few weeks, but I mean, this almost feels like an ointment. You know, it takes some work rubbing into the skin, and it's going to feel tacky on the skin. So again, the texture is probably not going to be for everyone, but it's just really just drop that on the floor. It's really just such a beautiful product. And if you're someone who has a really dry, dehydrated skin, again, you're in like a really harsh climate and you love like a luxe product that's really going to just elevate your life, you have constant skin barrier issues, you have sensitive, sensitized skin, rosacea skin, you have to try this one. Again, if you can, you know, fit it into your budget, gotta try it. For SPF, I feel like one of these is not going to surprise you, and one may. My absolute favorite launch of the year is the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. This is an all-chemical formulation that also has vitamin C in this. It's extremely hydrating and can double as your moisturizer. So you could literally wake up, cleanse your skin, and apply this, and you know, you've done more than most people on the planet. So it's just like a really amazing option that, again, it's inclusive and works on all skin tones because of the chemical formulation, and it's $22. You can get it for even less if you buy it in a pack of 2. Naturium really did that after so many mineral launches that were not inclusive and like had horrible textures, and I've just really wanted a affordable option that I could recommend to most people, and I just know they're going to come out with some different options with different finishes that are going to please other people who maybe don't love like a super dewy finish. I love a dewy finish, and I don't find this to be super dewy. It doesn't feel heavy or tacky on my skin. You know, it's not super sticky when I touch it, and yeah, this was a huge win for 2022. Another one that I really grew to love. At first I wasn't so sure and I didn't think it was that special, but this works on almost even the deepest skin tone, which is really impressive. This is the Summer Fridays Shade Drops, and this feels like nothing on the skin. I love using this when I'm not wearing makeup. When I wear makeup, I feel like it's not hydrating enough, and my makeup can look kind of like dry and crusty on my skin. But when I am wearing this, when I'm, you know, not planning on wearing makeup, I love that it feels like nothing. I actually recommend this to everyone who reaches out to me and they want something that is going to feel like nothing, or that their husband or significant other will wear. I know my husband does not like the feel of anything feeling sticky or feeling like he has anything on his skin. So just having an option that I can recommend to people that, you know, I know will feel pretty much like nothing on the skin, but is also, you know, a joy to apply, and it's the Summer Fridays Shade Drops. Again, this is mineral, it's only SPF 30, so this isn't something that I'm going to use if I'm like going to the beach, but it is amazing for those days where I just like want to go makeup free and have some nice protection that feels great on the skin. My favorite lip treatment of 2022 is this Solar Citron Lip Reset Mask by Make Beauty, and this is really cool because it's like a gel balm kind of hybrid. It lasts all night. It smells like you're on an Italian vacation. Like you get a little bit of lemon and citrus in there. It contains tetraxyl decyl ascorbate, which is a vitamin C derivative that's oil soluble, very stable, and will provide your lips with some antioxidant protection, which we all need even on our lips. And it also has kupuwasu butter, jojoba seed oil, and shea butter. These are all going to soothe, condition, nourish, protect, and help provide fatty acids and some nice barrier protection for the lips. But this is just like a total fun treat to use. I use this all the time before lipsticks, and I love a good lip mask, and I feel like this is a great way to end the video. Thanks so much for watching. These are some longer ones, but I get to try a lot of skincare, and so it's really fun to share my most used and most reached for products of the year. I hope you found this enjoyable, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I'm going to do different videos for makeup and body care and hair care best of 2022, so check those out, and I will see you in the next video.